Thank you for joining me on this another glorious day to be alive and be able to share not just words and wisdom and funnyisms, just to be able to share this breath with you as I am recording this to you and as you are hearing it, we are in some ways sharing this common breath, this common moment, this common being. Anyway, I'm waxing somewhat poetically there, but let's get into this episode today called I Hadn't Thought of That. I hadn't thought of that. Or this, actually, and literally. But, as I have mentioned before in many other podcast episodes, for this one, I did listen. And I learned to observe the thoughts created and streamed to me. To me, it's kind of sort of like music and audiobooks and YouTube things and Instagram things and TikTok stuff that it comes across my purview or my attention that day or that moment. But I have to decide to look at it, to pursue and or research or maybe save that particular moment. Save as situational, because really I can't capture it and put it in a safe. Maybe save it in a memory bank or something, but at least something to take forward into my journey. But even those aspects that I just mentioned to you, I did not think of them. Please hear what I'm saying. I did not think of what I just told you, I just said to you. The very fact that those things I mentioned to you appear before me now, in front of or after my subconsciousness awareness, I never thought of them on my own. I can never think of them on my own. No, it's not possible. These thoughts and ideas and notions stream across my mental and spiritual screens, if you will, inviting me or tempting me or perhaps answering a question that I did produce in my heart and in my mind. And maybe that's the part of the journey to and towards resilience that I have outlined for your consideration and in every other 820 podcast episode. That is to produce sincere, original questions that also contain the very answers that you desire on your journey. And also, I'm going to say this, those questions, if properly observed, spoken, written, recorded, they also contain not only the answers that you're seeking as you move forward, they also contain the grace or guidance that you receive to drive you forward. With that approach, then is for you to develop that muscle of understanding, that muscle of applied wisdom going forward. And it's always going forward. We never go back. Can't go back to a yesterday that you can never recover or discover or uncover. You can only do that, the going forward part, to find and further discover, uncover, develop that awareness, that power of observation in today, in this now, and in this moment. I know maybe this sounds a bit outside of the traditional reality or to never question the status quo. or the imprinted history upon most of us. I understand that. I observe and respect your hesitation to put this kind of practice of resilience from me into play and into work. I can only offer you and suggest to you the 20 topics as a potential solid foundation for you to define your beauty, your power and force, your presence, your own currency. And it's like my suggestion to you about that book, 3 Magic Words by Mr. U.S. Anderson, or the book by Mr. Eckhart Tolle, The Power of Now, or by that guy, Ming Ahmad, the book Resilience, the Beauty of Presence. But again, those 3, one very small, but other 2 big ones, pieces of interest for you to consider as you decide to continue your journey and not the one forced on you. Going back to the earlier part of this episode, you and I, never create thought or thinking. You can't create thought or thinking. We can only observe, choose, decide, and then execute from the personal awareness of the information streaming across and over and through our senses. Those senses that, again, and also, we do not create. That job was taken, filled, and fulfilled way before we ever got here. And even if you don't agree with this perspective, regardless of your slightly different ideas, we individually and collectively have work to do. We have to get back onto that purpose and personal mission and unique message and voice, and love to share with self and then with others in every day and every moment. That's the go part of the direction and guidance I share with you and that I got from Mr. Tamba when he told me those 6 words about why I'm here, while we're here. Go, ask no question, and die. And from that suggested observation, from the thoughts and ideas created for and before us, he told me that. I hadn't thought of that. I hadn't thought of this. Had you? Please, stay present, stay current. It's still 8:20.